LivePeer, who's going to give a presentation on the present and future of streaming with Livepeer. If you have questions during the talk and you're in the Zoom chat, drop the question in the chat box and I will relay them at the end of the talk. Awesome. I'll let you take it away. Thanks, Eric.
Thank you, Heather. Well, thank you everyone for being here today. Even though we're doing a remote event, I can feel the energy from other hackers, especially in the Discord, asking questions and talking to each other. Really good to see all the fun hacks that you guys are working on. Today, I want to give a quick talk about the present and future of streaming with Livepeer. So I will start with a little bit of a quick demo just to show you kind of some easy ways to get started building stuff with Livepeer. And then I'll get into kind of the current state of how I think about streaming with Livepeer and decentralized video live streaming in general, and then get into a little bit of the cool future stuff at the end. And of course, leave plenty of time for you to ask any questions. So I'm going to dive in here to do a quick web demo. So this is a demo application that's built by a community member in Livepeer. This really quickly shows off just how easy it is to build with Livepeer. So this is a very simple React app. You can go and enter your API key, which you can get at livepeer.com. Anybody can sign up and get an API key. Once you do that, you can click Create Stream. And now a stream has been created. You see that nothing's streaming right now because we haven't started the stream yet, so the stream is idle. But what I can do is I can use a piece of video broadcasting software to broadcast the stream. So today I'm going to use OBS, which is the most popular kind of streaming software for a broadcasting platform like a Twitch or YouTube. But in fact, you can use anything. In fact, Zoom is another a good tool for you to broadcast video. You can definitely, I can show you how to do it if you're interested. So for our sake, I'm going to go to OBS. So this is what I have here. I'm going to go to settings and go to stream. Stop the stream. So my ongoing stream right now. I'm going to do this. Copy this stream key. Paste it here. Okay. And now I am starting to stream. As you can see, my stream has started. Down here, it shows my bitrate and all that good information. And over here, you see that our stream has started loading. The live stream usually takes a little while to get started. In any platform, this is the same. And now you can see we can view the stream. And in fact, I can copy this URL. I can go to another video player, right? So let's say this is the HLSJS test video player, which is kind of the standard for any video player. You can see that here. We can watch the stream. A very simple way to get started, right? This is kind of one of the easiest way. You can in fact go there and fork the repo, and then you can see how the interaction with the API is done. It's very simple. And the next thing I wanted to quickly show you is a React Native version. This is kind of brand new. It was actually built over the last week. So now we can have a kind of a native mobile experience, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start my. I already cloned the repo. I'm going to start my simulator. As you can see here, we can already use this app. I can go watch a stream. I can input my a URL. In fact, I can come here, start my stream again, and I can just input the same URL. And this should just work. Let me just see. All right, as you can see, the video has started, and I can go in here and watch this stream. It'll take a little bit, but now see, we can now watch the stream. In fact, we can also broadcast the stream. I have loaded it also on my phone. And as you can see here, I've loaded on my phone. I can go live, and yeah, you can go through the experience on your own pace. But again, this is an easy way to kind of get started. You can again fork the repo and quickly start live streaming with Livepeer. So let's talk about why we're building this in the first place, right? There's some interesting statistics. As everybody probably already knows, COVID, while it's unfortunate, it has quickly accelerated the growth of live video streaming on the internet. Between April 2019 and April 2020, the major live streaming platforms grew by 99%, about 100%, right? So imagine Twitch, YouTube Live, Facebook Live doubling in a single year. It is also estimated that the live streaming bandwidth on the internet in general will grow by over 400% between the year of 2017 to year 2022. And as of today, traffic of video streaming on the internet is already around 70% of all the traffic, right? So with all this growth, where is it going, right? Of course, we have the Netflix, we have the, we have the Apple streaming, we have the streaming war happening, right? And there's a lot of kind of, we call it peak content. But the other thing that's really interesting is growth of UGC content. UGC stands for user-generated content, right? And these are content, these are live streams that maybe a gamer is doing on Twitch or any of the other platforms, or it could be a DJ streaming their DJ sets from home or at a venue. It could be fitness use cases, like an instructor teaching a class online. It could be commerce cases, like people selling things on the internet using live streaming, right? The list goes on and on. If you look at the kind of the consumption curve, we have the over-the-top content on the left, and these are kind of the large, big brands with things like the NBA streaming their content, or the NFL streaming their content, right? And then over here on the right, we have the UGC, right? So these are direct, everyday people like you and I. We're streaming our video streams. Maybe we don't have a lot of viewers, but there's a lot of us that are creating the streams, right? And there comes an interesting dynamic, which is for the OTT content, for the professionals, there's already business models built in. There's already, they're already doing advertising. They're making money in that way. But for people who are just getting started streaming, it's very unclear how sustainable it is, right? A lot of times, these are passion projects. Creators, are doing this, and they're trying to make a living. Some of them, and some of them just trying to make good content, right? And right now, what we see is that all these big platforms like YouTube and Twitch are kind of gathering all of that traffic and monetizing on there, right? It's on average, these platforms can take anywhere between 20 to 50% of the transaction. And what they do is they basically run ads on your content, right? For the viewers, for the fact that you can use their content platform for free, but you're really making money for them, and they're taking a huge cut. This growing trend is opportunity for decentralized live streaming, right? And what that means is we think the future of live streaming is streaming without the middleman, streaming with for creators using tools rather than platforms that lock them in, and using decentralized platforms to connect directly with their users, so that they can monetize their content better if they want to. They can create a direct connection. They don't have to worry about being deplatformed. They don't have to worry about their fans living on a completely different location, and that then they can be kicked out at any time, right? They should be able to own their own fans. And so, this idea is not new, right? How come it hasn't happened before? Well, it turns out that it's very, very expensive to build video streaming platforms. If you have, on average, 1,000 viewers, with a platform of 1,000 concurrent streams per month, you spend up to millions of dollars a month just for running that infrastructure. And Livepeer is here to solve that problem. One of the benefits of Livepeer is that we're able to cut the cost of transcoding and delivery by a huge margin. How do we do that? Well, we use a decentralized protocol that creates a two-sided marketplace for live streaming, for live video transcoding. Everything is open source, so people can go in and modify the code and improve the platform as they see fit. There's a lot of participation from GPU cryptocurrency miners who have excess capacity that can come and they compete in the network, which drives down the price. So here's an example cryptocurrency mining rig, right? Lots of GPUs mining cryptocurrency. And here's an example of a cryptocurrency farm where they're professional farmers with a good internet connection with lots of capacity. In fact, what they can do is they can mine cryptocurrency and do video processing at the same time on the same chips, because as you can see, there's an architecture diagram of a NVIDIA GPU. These NVENC and NVDEC chips can only be used for video transcoding, and they can't be used for anything else. So in fact, when the cryptocurrency miners are doing cryptocurrency mining, they're just leaving these chips idle. But by downloading the Livepeer software, they can participate in the Livepeer network without sacrificing their cryptocurrency mining infrastructure. So Livepeer has built this network. There's a global registry that sits on Ethereum, and the broadcasters can come in, and this register of cryptocurrency miners, we call them orchestrators, can work with the broadcasters, and the broadcasters can pick whichever orchestrator they want to use. And all of this happens in a automated, mostly off-chain manner to make it really scalable and effective. And what we did is we built a video streaming service on top of this network, so that we take away all of the complexity of dealing with a protocol and just make it super simple for a developer to use as a set of APIs. And as a result, we're able to cut down the cost from $3 to $6 down to about 30 cents to 50 cents, which is a huge saving. So let's talk about some of the example users of Livepeer right now, right? In the current day, what are people doing? Let's go to this application called Play DJ. This is a DJ streaming platform. Think of this as Twitch for DJs, right? Anytime they can come here. There's DJs streaming their sets. You can go in, you can watch their performance. Right, this is a DJ that's streaming right now, and you can see, you can like their content. You can even tip them if you want to. A really cool site. They have lots of competitors, and the reason they're able to be to have a sustainable business model and provide this great service for DJs is because they are able to use Livepeer. Another interesting example is Vim.tv. This is a blockchain project, and they're very similar. They're similar to a Twitch from a user experience perspective. This is a kind of a UGC, your typical UGC streaming website, but there's a in-app economy in place where you can tip people in tokens and things like that. Again, you can go into these streams. You can watch these live streams. And they're all powered with Livepeer. And the other thing that's interesting is, in fact, ETHGlobal.tv, which we all love, I think is also using Livepeer right now. Right now they're just playing VOD. But when the live event is happening, Karthik has switched over to using Livepeer this time, which is a cool thing for us to see. And the other example I want to quickly show you is this company called Korkuma. which is a live streaming e-commerce example, where an e-commerce site can basically install a quick plugin, and they can have a live stream e-commerce experience where someone can talk about the items on their site. They can have kind of a in-stream purchase experience. And this is a very popular form of commerce in Asia, which is making its way over to Europe and the US. So yeah, these are some quick examples of current Livepeer users. Let's think about the future, right? The future of live streaming, the future of decentralized live streaming, and the future of Livepeer. What we're seeing right now is we're seeing a lot of activity in NFT, right? NFTs are a great, we're starting from in a format of artists selling their art on the internet. And so we're currently seeing a lot of NFT drops. For example, the artist would say, tomorrow I'm releasing a set of my art at noon. So if you want, you can come to the site, Nifty Gateway, OpenSea, whatever that foundation, right? Like there are these applications, and then you can do the NFT drop. But if you do that, if you go there, there's a countdown clock, and you kind of buy the NFT, and that's pretty much it. There's actually a lot of interesting activities that are happening around the drop. For example, sometimes people do a clubhouse event, and so people can the buyers can be talking to the artist at the same time. So this is a great opportunity for live streams to also happen around these activities. Live stream being one of the most content rich and most engaging media forms can make a huge difference for these types of NFT drops. Another thing is live streaming in DAO coordination. As we see, lots of DAOs are getting started as of today. Right, these are decentralized autonomous organizations, a group of people on the internet forming an organization for a specific purpose. Right, sometimes they are in a Discord, sometimes they have a smart contract, right, for some specific purposes. But for every DAO, the interesting thing is that the DAO is public by default, right? Usually people can participate using, with some kind of token mechanism, but a lot of times these DAOs would have to communicate to a large community. These are a group of people communicating to a larger group of people. And this happens all the time. We think live streaming will be a big, very important tool for DAOs in order to communicate to their communities, in order to communicate to people who are interested in the DAO. And finally, we think live streaming in decentralized social networks is going to be very crucial as well. These decentralized social networks are just getting started. Right now, they're still in the format of, in kind of text format, but we think video is going to be a huge, very, very important thing in the future. And we believe Livepeer can play a very important element in that. So these are some of the interesting use cases, right? The other thing that Livepeer is working on is to enable not only video streaming, but also we call it smart AV features on top of these video streaming applications. So for example, lots of times video platforms have other challenges, including content moderation. Imagine you are running a game streaming site. You probably don't want people streaming like copyrighted content on your platform, illegal things that can get you in trouble. Or you want to be able to have people easily search the video using text, right? How do you do that? So these are things that can be enabled with AI, and Livepeer being a GPU-based transcoding mechanism can easily plug into the AI processing chips on the GPUs and start doing automated content detection, doing automated object detection to apply metadata onto the videos, so to make them text searchable. and these are all experiments that are already happening right now, and we have lots of interesting research tracks, and I think in the next 6 months or so, you will start to see all these interesting smart AV features starting to pop up in the Livepeer ecosystem. I want to stop here and jump into the Q&A session, because I know we have about a little less than 10 minutes left, and I want to see what kind of questions that people have.
Thanks, Eric. That was a super great talk. We have one question from Victor in the chat. Oh, we have a couple actually. First from Sunny, could you replace Zoom like this with Livepeer?
That's a great question. So usually, this is something that people ask me all the time. Livepeer currently is focused on one-to-many broadcast, and there's usually two tech stacks in video streaming. One is the RTC, kind of Zoom style real-time communication, and the challenge there is that it's very expensive and it doesn't scale. Right, you can have maybe 100 people using the same Zoom chat. What Livepeer addresses is when you have one person streaming to hundreds or thousands or tens of thousands, even millions of people. Right. In that case, you cannot use a Zoom style experience. There could be a feature like Zoom style chats can definitely be added to the Livepeer tech stack, but that's not what we're currently focused on right now. In fact, what you can do is you can kind of composite the Zoom video and then broadcast to a larger audience. That's a very common feature that I see people ask for.
Cool, that makes sense. Okay, I've got a question from Victor. How are the nodes incentivized to provide the resources for the streaming?
Great question. So in the Livepeer protocol, it's specified that because it's a two-sided marketplace, imagine one side is the video application developers or the platforms that are powering the video application developers, and on the other side are the cryptocurrency miners and GPU providers. The GPU providers will each set a price for the work that they're willing to do, and then on the other side, the users of those GPUs can kind of pick which price works for them, what's the quality of service that works for them, and then kind of the automated transactions happen between them. Currently, the GPU providers are paid in Ethereum, and in the future, I think it'll probably be better for them to be paid in stable tokens as well.
Nice. Okay, next question. How soon will the smart AV be ready for developer use?
We are currently doing some private pilots with a few applications already. So I would say definitely in the next 6 months, it will be it'll become publicly available.
Great. And is there a way to feed WebRTC video to Livepeer, or should I do that conversion on my side? Alp asks.
Yes, that's also another very common question. Currently, Livepeer only takes in RTMP format, and that does not support WebRTC, but we're actually interested in enabling that as well. So I think in the near future, we would want to kind of expand the number of video protocols that Livepeer supports.
Awesome. So that's it for questions in the chat. Maybe let's just do a last call for everyone. If you have any questions for Eric, drop them. We got some thanks, and we're getting some love on YouTube. Someone says, the Web3 world is going to be so cool. And I said, it's already here.
That's right. That's right. We're actually seeing, just from kind of the last weekend and last week of kind of preparing for this event, there's been a lot of interesting projects that have come to Livepeer. This is actually one of the first hackathons that we've participated in a while. And there's people building kind of NFT drop applications, like I talked about. There's people. I remember someone was trying to build kind of a decentralized Cameo where celebrities can connect directly with fans, and they want they want to use this use Livepeer as kind of a tool that streams these like Comic-Cons or things like that are happening around the world, and have have celebrities able to like sell autographs on the Ethereum blockchain, and then be able to stream that out, right? And that's such a powerful thing. It just really, I think it really points out that, a lot of times when you're doing some kind of transaction, right? Let's say some kind of non-DeFi transaction, when you're buying something on the internet, it's almost always more engaging when you are talking to the person while you're doing that kind of transaction. So I think as NFTs start to become more popular, it's gonna expand to more than just digital arts, right? It's gonna and the blockchain is gonna be facilitating a lot more types of transactions than DeFi and art transaction. And I think when people are buying anything digital, even when people are buying something physical, this type of video streaming, live streaming style communication just makes the whole thing much more valuable, much more engaging, much more fun. And I think it creates a lot of this additional value alongside of that transaction.
For sure. Livepeer as a vital component of that flywheel that's already in motion.
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome.
And we see a lot of interesting momentum and interest coming from kind of this other trend, which is this creator economy that's happening, right? Lots of whether it's like journalists leaving their job, joining Substack, or it's people kind of influencers starting to like really formalize and become their own businesses, right? Like all of these movements are kind of going towards Web3, right? And they're you kind of have your low value or your fans who aren't willing to pay that much money on YouTube or Instagram or whatnot, and then you have your high value fans buying your NFT, right? And this is the same artist, and so along the line, live streaming can kind of create different values depending on the type of fan that you're interacting with, depending on the type of thing you're trying to do with the fan. So we're still just seeing the very beginning of it, and it's really exciting to be kind of watching that and be participating and empowering these applications.
For sure, it's all happening.
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Eric, and thank you everyone for watching. We are at time now, so I think we should wrap it there. Thanks again, Eric and the Livepeer team, and thanks everyone for joining.
Thank you, Heather.
Cheers.
Come find us on Discord.